So you're joining us here for the deployment phase of Horrors of Mordheim, which is that one team is deployed in 3 groups while the other team is scattered randomly around the area and didn't get to deploy. Hole-Poker was the one who didn't get to deploy, and Kriskardiac was the one who had to place his unit in an awkward situation here, since he enters this battle with 8 units. 1 leader, 2 heroes and 5 henchmen, and we can see that both of them are sister superiors. And he had a group of 4 at the wagon, top left corner a group of 3, and then he had to deploy someone on their own. We can see that they're just starting turn 1 here. And Hole-Poker did not get to deploy, but at least he's by the wagon. We are following this game from the perspective of Kriskardiac. Kriskardiac's warband is rank 4. Hole-Poker's warband is rank 3. That's why there are only 2 heroes in this game. The rating is very similar to one another. I think it's plus 30 rating for Hole-Poker. And that's pretty much it. Gonna see what happens here in the very first turns of this game. People who know Kriskardiac know that he can be a pretty slow player. We know that from the Mordheim Madness tournament. Gonna see here. Oh yeah, we do have a marked one here already. You can see one of the ranged young bloods here of Hole-Poker, Alfred Stannard. Gonna see what he can do. Meanwhile, as Hole-Poker is moving a unit here, let's bring up the table as it is right now. And you can see that Hole-Poker is 9th. He's only played 1 of these games, beat Karond 5-1. Kriskardiac has been doing really well for himself, only really losing to Karond 4-0, but he just came out of a bloodbath, winning a 5-5 match against Doc prior to this game. Gonna see what happens here. 26 to 17, it's not that big of a difference, might be made up in just a game or 2. What can Barbara Solomon do? She's the one that's all alone. Probably a good idea to start scavenging for some wordstone here. Needs to pick up a few to get the secondary objective. Always something that you really want to aim for. And since this is seems to be the lowest of the henchmen here, I think it's a good choice. See some other units here for Hole-Pokers. Problem with moving back here is that this novice is already exposed, and Hole-Poker can, by checking on the minmap, see exactly where she is. You can see that in the top left corner here, as we switch to another character, this sister for instance, we see top left corner 126 morale for Kriskardiac and 112 for Hole-Poker. So that's a decent margin anyway. 14 morale, it could very well equal a whole unit here. So Kriskardiac is not going to go down without a bloodbath. See one of the youngbloods. You know that both of the youngbloods are ranged, so trying to get in there would be good without actually putting them in an exposed place. Remember that Hole-Poker is scattered. He hasn't placed out any of his units, and they are scattered all the way around his wagon in various buildings. As you can see here, if he want, he could probably corner that one single alone novice, but he has no idea how Kriskardiac has divided up his units, although he should have a good understanding of that he had to go into 3 different groups, and there's a group of 4 by the wagon and groups of 3 on the other 2, and in the other 2 groups, and he knows that he is only facing 8 units, So it should give him, yeah, I see he's already moved out the warrior here, I think maybe. Or if that's just a scattered warrior that starts there, it could probably move and intercept the novice here and get a first easy kill. Can surround a lone target. Needs to pull back with quite a few units here, and it's... I think Kriskardiac is giving him the opportunity by going into here, because you know that Youngblood that we saw near this building, he's gonna leg it towards the big building. Don't know if he has knowledge Mordheim yet, but if he does, it's even better. Very heavy melee focus here for Kriskardiac. It's like almost entirely only melee. Two sister superiors, 5 melee henchmen, and then you have the matriarch, of course. See if she has any offensive spells, so there's at least a little bit of range. Otherwise it would not make any sense for Hole-Poker to try and engage here. He's probably bringing a lot of range. We saw 2 Youngbloods. We know that both of those Youngbloods are ranged. So facing 2 melee heroes, and it's gonna be pretty rough on the 2 ranged Youngbloods here, unless they start doing a lot of damage beforehand. Probably has the same 2 marksmen that we saw earlier and 3 warriors. That kind of setup, as well as the powerful melee captain. Yeah, that see that leftmost Youngblood here is definitely gonna join the other ones near the house, and if he's paying attention here, he should realize that there is a low novice there, or maybe there's two units there for all he knows, that he could easily go and kill with the rest of his warband. He should probably do that before anyone else catches up. 4 Sigma could help to catch up though on a few units, and he would also leave his wagon behind, giving Kriskardiac the option here to take the idol. Pretty tough unit that, Carl. 30% armor, white heavy armor. I don't like this choice. No, don't take it. Don't take it. Yeah, good. I'm saying don't take it because Hole-Poker is going to retreat, so he's never going to get the wagon, get the idol from the wagon here. So why take it? If you just take it, then if that unit is lost, you're just losing 16 more morale suddenly as it drops to the ground. Not worth it. Oh, it's not worth it to cast Sigmar's Might here either. Like, you're way off from any kind of melee here, and taking a 6% chance, even if it's low, not worth it. Not worth it. Don't cast it. I think this is reserve leader for Kriskardiac. One of the issues here for Hole-Poker is that if he does retreat and try and group up his team, then he's leaving most of the map. You see that almost all of the loot of the map is on the left hand side here, and giving Kriskardiac all of the loot might not be a very wise idea. You want to scoop up as much as you can yourself. You see that Kriskardiac has taken up 1 wordstone, Hole-Poker is also taking up 1 wordstone, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, he is advancing. You saw that from the icon lighting up as Kriskardiac searching for him right now. It's probably the one being moved. Yeah, he's definitely advancing. There's a platform there that he could move towards, and he's probably already up there. But this unit does have +3 movement now, I believe. Could possibly reach one of these young bloods. You see that this particular novice, oh, wow, yeah, Hole-Poker is definitely committing to this. That's good. I think that's good. It means that he is not just retreating back, he's actively pushing towards all of the loot in the center here. Yeah, he is spawning like right around this place, so of course he will be. It's only that one novice that's a bit off. If you can scare off Kriskardiac here from going after everything, it would be nice for him.
Updated.
Remember that Hole-Poker might also be influenced here by needing to get Crush the Will going, if that's possible. Running out of time for Valerine's Screecher. You can see that she has blue cloth, since she has 10% armor absorption, and the helmet provides 5, and a blue cloth provides also 5. Well, it could be a shield, shield of iron, that's possible, but iron is an enchantment that's unlocked by the main faction level 3, and I don't think Kriskardiac has reached that. I don't think anyone has reached level 3 with a single Wordstone faction, and they might not for quite a while. This is the main dangerous target here for Hole-Poker. Oh, we have a little bit of a connection problem. Gonna see if it returns soon. Here we are. We see that the captain just moved into a unit here. He's running out of time too. He needs to start attacking. But Valerine's Screecher was not the best target. She went into sidestep, didn't she? No, she did not. Alright. But she has most of her red pills left remaining at least. Starting to do a little bit of damage on Reynard. 15 seconds. Wow, that does a lot of damage. See if you can put in another hit here. No. Yeah, nice and slow counterattacks. They don't want to desync. That's one of the main reasons. Actually, the main reason why you do desync every now and then. Wow, almost killed this novice there. And Web of Steel, normal Web of Steel here on the captain is dangerous because it gives him +2 free attacks if he succeeds at the parry. Now that needs to trigger Kriskardiac here. It's going to be a bloodbath, and while you saw that there is a novice that won't quite make it to the battle for Kriskardiac, the same is true of those two warriors. Remember that I think that they have heavy armor and are like movement 5. It will be really difficult for them to reach this this fight. And while the captain will probably break himself free here, we do only have one other unit here that can stand in melee. The rest are shooters. See if that scares off Kriskardiac. It really shouldn't. Could go in, engage the warrior which is in an ambush, and then go in and get at the two ranged units there, the young blood and the marksman. The marksman is dangerous though. If that's the Jürgen, the dangerous marksman of Hole-Poker, the one with the blue longbow, we saw him to really good effect against Kirenpa. so you need to be wary of him. He does quite a bit of damage, particularly on the novices since they don't have too much armor. 15% armor, that's white light armor as well as a helmet. Arnold Corbin makes a mist. You remember that from the Killing Power game as well. He was the low level marksman that he had available. Oh, he's in a really poor position. He's locked down here. Yeah, he's gonna be spending most of his game not shooting anymore. Trying to make a beeline here for the actual combat. Wonder what the warrior in the house here is doing. Has he gotten down? Bit of a lag. I wonder if Kriskardiac has many programs running right now. We've also gone down 3 times already, although you've only seen once. Hope that the connection remains stable, and especially that the game continues here. These two players have played once before. They desynced, and they say that they desynced 2 hours into the game. That's a really slow game. I don't know what they were doing for 2 hours with these low level warbands. But it must have been an intense fight, and they're hoping to get through this match without any desyncs and complete it for once. Oh, see the Youngblood coming up. I don't think he should go too far. There is the matriarch nearby. Needs to be careful of that. You can see that he's no longer wearing dueling pistols. He's using a bow instead. He's running out of time too, 8 seconds. Doing a bit more damage on Welvin Screecher. Gonna need to fire fast here. And he has another attack, and then he needs to move away because the matriarch is coming for him. Oh, poor positioning by Hole-Poker. This is the kind of positioning that Kittenpaw was exploiting during all of those desyncs. It's just horrible. Yeah, I could go in there with the matriarch as well as cornering him entirely. You can see one of the Youngbloods up here. Nice skill, Righteous Fury, and twice. Very nice skill. Whereas the other Youngblood here is still keeping his dueling pistols, so he can do respectable damage. But this is what you should worry about. Going into the Youngblood, I hope. Remember that Youngblood doesn't have that great of a leadership skill either. He might lose Alfred Stunner. Wasn't that the Youngblood he lost against Kittenpaw too? Might lose him twice here. And we do know that he didn't suffer an injury. He got full recovery on this unit when he faced Kittenpaw. That might change. Can't be that lucky twice in a row, not in Mordheim. Not unless you want him to die. So this is Harald who is moving. Where is he going? I said that matriarch would engage, but it's actually this is the superior. The matriarch is still a bit away, as you can see here. Nice shutdowns so far by Kriskardiac. Hole-Poker is definitely in trouble. Wow, yeah, this will make sure that Welvin Screecher is gonna die. Well, it was not that much damage, 20 damage only. But if you do fail your all alone check here, could be very dangerous. See one of the warriors getting close to the wagon here of Hole-Poker. Going to go up there and protect that marksman who entered into combat lockdown next to the wall. This is one of the dangerous units, but she doesn't seem to have any spells invested in her at all. Only melee power. Hiding Mother Hubbard here. Gonna switch weapons and probably go into a dodge here right away. Parry instead. Cause I think he has light armor, so probably has a better parry chance, although it is probably abysmal. This is a dangerous blue longbow unit. He does quite a bit of damage. Let's see what he can do here. Wow. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's so good. There are 3 hits on her and... Jürgen Silverstein, you're gold. Also remember here that she does not force on all alone here on the Youngblood by that. Taking up his own idol here. Yeah, I mean, why not just go after the stunned enemy? Can you get to her? No, you cannot. Would produce why? Why not do any kind of damage? You could have gone into... Oh yeah, this unit can definitely get there. Wants to avoid the trap here. Can you get in there with a charge, I suppose? Just short of movement, huh? Yeah. Just short on movement. Okay, doing a little... Wow, that's good. If the Youngblood has a secondary weapon, and I believe he has in the Mason Shield, he's gonna kill off Philia Boots. Yep, here we go. That Jürgen Silverstein, that was a fantastic critical hit here on Philia Boots, and it highlights the importance of being resilient so that you don't suffer these kind of things. That's not most of your melee power. You have a lot of melee power. That unit was level 3, and I know I've said wrong sometimes, but you can count it out because it's 12 morale loss for a level 0 hero, and then you add up, you had +1 for each level, and that was 15 morale loss. So that was a level 3 Sister Superior that were lost there, and she took 2 critical hits here, so she might be rolling for quite a few injuries. Good hit, 51% chance to score that. Gonna make another hit, maybe an aim here. Oh, that's lucky, getting 2 shots. And we're back. Sidestep is really nice, gonna help out quite a bit in making sure that this unit does not go down easily. On dodge just fail fail the second dodge. Ouch. Last attack here and misses that too. Gonna lose another unit here. Momentarily. Ah, a miss. And a miss. Probably gonna be the warrior then that finishes off Velvin Screecher, but that's unfortunate for the captain because he really wanted to get rid. Yeah, he's gonna make some delays here. He really wanted to move out of that. Yeah, he's stuck in the doorway, so of course he can't. Wow, nice dodge, 34% chance. Could probably disengage with Alfred Stannard next turn if you engage well with the warrior here. And you have another warrior coming up too, so... So far it doesn't look like any of them are really on target for getting the objective. And they don't have much loot yet either. It's a close fought map. Relatively close starting positions. See how much of a bloodbath this is. Definitely should run out here and start helping out. Could probably reduce that the marksman. Get another attacker in there. Yeah, you can. Start piling it on. See, he hasn't taken any damage except for 4, which is probably a trap or jumping down or something similar. Still gonna be an all alone check here. You see, even this unit has Righteous Fury. Theme of Kriskardiac's Warband, maybe? It's gonna have to delay a few more times. Remember that even dead units aren't skipped when you go down. You pass by 3 units always when you do a delay. Yeah, Arnold Corwin is not looking so hot right now. He looks pretty hurt and in a very hopeless situation. These 2 units are... wow, he's a hero. But these units are pretty tanky as well, so gonna be difficult to shift away from Arnold Corwin. Yeah, even more delays. There we go. Monkey there. You can loot the corpse and he's doing that. Yeah, thank you for that, Kriskardiac. Thank you very much. I'm not the only one watching though. Well, I'm the only one watching this broadcast, but we're recording it and it's right now live for everyone to see. It's nice. Let's hope that you do commit with that. You need to save your other sister. She's gonna be surrounded by the captain as he comes out. There's only 2 warriors there. It's gonna be a bloodbath if you can't go out and help. Already down 2 units. Don't do a Comet of Sigmar. Please don't do a Comet of Sigmar. Oh, I hope you don't suffer from this. You do not. You have a going to melee. You have your next attack only costs 1, so you still have 3 attacks. It's gonna be punishing. 21% curse chance. Yeah, fervor. Don't try another one. It's tempting to use up all of your red pills here, but Should just 3 attacks on the warrior could have done a lot more. I'm gonna see. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of Hole-Poker units here now. Of course, the captain can't do too much. He can force on all alone, and I think he should. If he can move out quite a bit, I think he should start doing that. Because he doesn't have anything else to do, and the next warrior, he's also a delayer. He's already used 2 red pills, and if you go into this fight forcing on all alone, then the warrior who is nearby, he could go off to help out Arnold Corvin further down, and you could also protect the 2 the Youngblood and the dangerous longbow marksman up here. Well, the captain is was going in that direction. I don't know what he's thinking about now. Why not just move forward? You have delayed quite a bit. You're gonna be quite high up in the racking. There we go. Another warrior that's also used up 2 of his red pills, as we saw. Should probably go in here, finish off his second attack. Forced all alone. Come on, just attack. There we go. Only need 2 units in this fight, actually. I hope he doesn't go in with another warrior here if he wants to make a sound move. He really needs to be aware of just how many units of Kriskardiacs is coming his way from the south. And Kriskardiac sisters needs to start doing something as well. This unit might actually have resilient. Look at her critical hit chance for the unit is only 5%, so that's not too much, and that's with an aim as well, which increases by 5%. Okay, so focusing on hope make peace here. Well, at least doing quite a bit of damage. I think that's a mistake. Should probably move down while you still had a chance. Like those 2 heavy armored warriors, they're not gonna do too much here, because it's gonna take them at least 2 turns to get into a fight that's further down here with the Corvin. If even that. Yeah, probably 2 turns. Hole-Poker seems to sacrifice Corvin here. Making sure that the ramp up towards the ranged units here is protected. Might go into an ambush here to protect them even further. And from running out to run by. Very undecisive, I have to say that. Just running back and forth for no reason. Oh no. You can't see this, but we're already having some slight difficulties here with Kriskardiac's broadcast. And then we have another player watching the cast as well. I don't know if Kriskardiac is aware of this, but the more players that watch, the more bandwidth it takes up, and then it's more likely that the broadcast cannot continue. And in another tournament we had this issue as well, where a player actually joined to watch the broadcast, and that caused an internet hiccup that caused a crash in the game. It was a desync and they had to redo it all over again. They did that without actually anyone watching. Yeah, not hitting. Well, it's still casting an all alone. I think that's good. So I'm hoping that another viewer coming here to watch this broadcast is not going to desync this game a second time for them. They're both up pretty late here, so they do not want to reschedule this game for another night. So far, Hole-Poker advantage 2-0, as you can see from the scoreboard. And with those kills, the melee advantage of Kriskardiac is almost gone. Could do an aim here as well to make sure that you hit hits anyway. Luck. You can see that henchman was level 5, because henchmen are 9 morale loss for level 0s and +1 for each level. So that's level 5 for that henchman that went down. What can the captain do here? He does quite a bit of damage. That's true. Come on, please do something. Hole-Poker is wasting so much time. At least Kriskardiac seems to be more decisive than Hole-Poker is. I love the colors though. See, that's 2/3 of the turn without actually doing anything. Yeah, Mordheim is the one who's taking a bit of damage. Succeeded at parry. And Web of Seal. Web of Seal is so threatening on the mercenary captain. It makes you feel that you really, really do not want to hit back. You definitely don't want to hit back on a mercenary captain, giving him 2 more free attacks. Especially with the kind of damage that Reynard Rutherford, the captain here, is doing. Nice parry, 14% chance. Nothing really going Kriskardiac's way here. Would have hoped to get a nice kill. And we're back. I'm sorry about that. There has been a time jump here. We see that Corvin is dead. Apparently Steam decided that this was a good time in the middle of the broadcast to make an update, so it shut down the server for me. But here we are. Jürgen Silverstein is of course alive and kicking, doing tremendous amount of damage, no doubt. See if we can piece together what's been happening here. We see that there has been a brawl in the center, and there has been some commitment here by Kriskardiac with his other sister superior. And then we see Jürgen Silverstein continuing to harass and do a lot of damage. And Marta Pyre is down. Another level 5 henchman. It's going to be costly for Kriskardiac. See the heavy armored warrior here, what is he doing? Who is he going after? Has the matriarch moved to this point? Is that it? Remember that we're seeing this from Kriskardiac's perspective and we don't actually know. Yeah, she has. She has moved to this spot, trying to move away. See another heavy armor warrior here. Oh well, this warrior who's actually engaged here, he seems to have light armor. So there are two heavy armor warriors and one light armor warrior. Alright. Still very tanky. Poker loses out on this time just by standing still, not doing anything. Tried for a charge here, but Barbara Solm would not have it. And using a flea, that's kind of odd. Why would he do that?
A new round.
Why not just stay there? That was the low level novice that caught up with the battle now, apparently. She who was at the very top right corner of the map as this battle started. Seems to find this little nice spot. Wow. The second Sister Superior here might not be living long considering who she's up against. The mercenary captain failed the aim. But the mercenary captain is probably going to kill her off here. Two more attacks. Finished her off. She's got a 0. You can see that minus 12 morale, as we talked about earlier. And doing a little bit of damage on Barbara Sulma. Still not quite enough here yet to get a route check, and since the matriarch is still alive, there might be a good chance that Kriskardiac might make it. If Kriskardiac does make it, I think that Kriskardiac definitely should consider doing a voluntary route here and not take as much damage. What was that good for? Yeah, producing an all alone check. And this is the guy that's coming next, right? Yeah, it is. Might be a valid tactic here. Righteous Fury, who knows, if you hit, it's nice. Does not hit. Web of Steel, good skill. See if you succeed all alone. Check here, Harald. Harald does, 54%. Who does he want to focus down here? With the help of his allies. It's probably easy to go down for the novice here. Novice is without a stance. She is dual wielding, so she's definitely the bigger threat. Oh yeah, she's in a stance. She's in a dodge stance, alright. So she's not easy to hit. I think Kriskardiac, this might actually be the main matriarch. I will take that back from what I said earlier in this game. This seems to be the main matriarch, but it's still a little bit of a B-rated team here for Kriskardiac, seeing that the level 0 Sister Superior must have someone else that's better equipped, but Might be that he lost a unit, or that that particular unit is right now in training. Back here for Jürgen Silverstein, the longbow marksman. What kind of damage can he do here? The novice doesn't look like she is in a good position now. Yeah, an aim. Lots of damage on her. You can see she's only in a cloth, as she should be. Since she's a dodge character, but she's not a high level unit, you know that. Yeah, oh wow, a second stun from that guy. That's good lord. Yeah, it's gonna be a kill here. Might actually be a double kill on these two henchmen. Since the mercenary captain gets to move before any other unit of Kriskardiac. Well, it's good for Kriskardiac. I hope that he has picked up a few things. Oh, doesn't have any attacks. That's odd. Yeah, why do that?
A new round has started.
He might want to get kills on some other units here. And loot up as much as possible off the map. Before a round test is about to be taken. No such lucky hit this time. Needs to use aim. What will the mercenary captain do? Well, if he wants to prolong this, he goes right into this skull indeed. Yeah, he's trying to maximize both kills. Inflict as much harm as possible here on Kriskardiac, who is out of options. All characters are locked down. Doesn't seem to be doing enough damage to the units that... what is the purpose of doing that? Going after the mate? Ah, okay, going to loot up a little bit. Feels pretty secure in the victory here. Wants to get as much stuff as possible. Can't go and pick up the icon from Kriskardiac, since that would force a route test and then he won't make it back, even though the two wagons here are very well situated for a crush the will objective, since they are very close to one another. Both of these two units are relatively unharmed. You can see that. A Righteous Fury is devious when it does hit. Yeah, why delay? Why? Why delay? Absolutely no practical use whatsoever here. Yeah. Hole-Poker is definitely playing to kill as much here as possible. Might be that the captain is going after the matriarch as well after he's finished picking up a few wordstone. Sister Sigmar doing some damage here on claws at least, failing the parry. 21% chance there to with the comment of Sigmar here. Yeah, I don't think that's a good choice here by Kriskardiac, because there's a henchman against the leader. The henchman is gonna go into Web of Steel or as a parry with all of his red pills left over, because why attack? Why attack into someone like the Mother Hubbard here? Absolutely no sense at all. Especially since she's in a stance and she has red pills left over, you're only gonna take the damage. Why not just... The matriarch needs to get free. The matriarch is the one that needs to actually do damage here and punch through. No lucky critical hits this time for that unit. Must enter a dodge stance here. Bit sneaky off Hole-Poker here, playing with the target. I can see, just Web of Steel. No need to do anything else. No need to do anything else. Just hold her in place. Especially since he has taken a little bit of damage here. Not wanting to do any damage whatsoever with Carl though is surprising. Yeah. See, it's just maximizing the kills here. I mean, it's 1 XP for Hole-Poker, but for Kriskardiac it's potentially very hurtful. But I just want to get my objective done. You can't get the objective done. You're not even trying to get the objective done here. You have crushed the will. What? If you route from the flag then no one... Yeah, but... I don't think that's a good... Why?
Your
Why? I don't...
morale is critically
yeah.
low.
Took the flag here. But that doesn't give him the objective. He needs to get back with the captain. Captain has a lot of movement, but still. Well, at least this seems much less malicious than both Kriskardiac and I feared. So he's actually trying to play for... Yeah. Why give him the satisfaction? That's the drawback with that tactic. But thank you for watching the game, and best of luck in the future for these two players. Congratulations to Hole-Poker 5-2. See you in the next game here, and thank you for watching, despite all of the setbacks with the recording.